Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, Ivan and I are going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls completely destroying their lineup and trading everybody away for a
yeah.
bag of chips.
When I saw that they were gonna blow it up and I saw the first couple trades, I was actually okay with it. I was actually happy with it. You know, you got the first trade I remember reading was Vucevic for Anthony Simons. Simons, a lot younger than Vuce, a great player. What do you call it? Sure, he was coming off the bench in the Celtics and he was playing well with them, but I remember how he was the backup for Dame for a while, and he's just an explosive player, honestly. Now the problem comes after the Vucevic trade and the Kevin Huerter trade, because Kevin Huerter was also traded to the Detroit Pistons for Jaden Ivey. I was really happy about that one. Jaden Ivey's such a young player, really good. Yes, he dealt with injury last year and even this year, but
I think he could bounce back.
Exactly.
There's still plenty of time.
And then we get to the Kobe White and Ayo and all the rest of the mistakes I feel like the front office made. One being they held on to the assets for too long.
If they could have done this a year ago, and we probably would have got first round picks.
Exactly. You trade away Vucevic. You get rid of Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, all these players, and you don't get a single first-round pick for any of them. Instead, we get a bunch of second-round picks. Granted, we did get Josh Giddey for the Caruso. I'm still happy about that trade. That's probably like the only good trade I can think of. It's such a train wreck, this front office. Like, it's so bad. And it really begs you to ask the question, like, do they even know what they're doing anymore? Like, yes, I understand you want to tank,
It's like okay, I'll say this.
but like, wow.
I see the vision of getting, calling second round picks, but that's the thing with the NBA. You do not even know if any of your second round picks are going to pan out.
You don't even know if they'll make the league. A lot of second round
Yes.
picks don't even make the league, and it's just degrading as a fan too, because you expected them to be so good, especially in that 2022 season, 2021 season, where number one in the East for a little bit, and you think you're gonna rebuild, you're gonna remake what you had. Instead, it just all falls apart, and instead of getting it rid of when you should have, you get rid of all the players for like dimes on the dollar. You know what I mean?
Alonzo Ball's a journeyman now. He's
Dude, out of the league.
He's out of Cleveland. He went to Utah.
His field goal percentage was 30%, I think.
Something
Not
like
even
that, yeah.
3-point percentage. Field goal percentage. It was so bad. It's because, injuries played a big part in it. He was balling out with the Bulls when we had him for that first year, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
I don't even think Kobe White's played yet since he got
Kobe
traded.
White
Did he fail,
failed his physical, so we ended up getting one less second rounder for him, which I'm still upset about. But he hasn't played for the Hornets yet. But he'll help them a lot. I mean, they've been on a roll. They've been on a roll.
Con Knapple, is that his name? Their rookie.
Con Knapple, yep.
He's balling out.
LaMelo,
yeah.
Brandon Miller. They got a young and fun team over there.
Of course, yeah.
Meanwhile, the Bulls, we've got a bunch of guards, and I feel like this last part of the season is just gonna end up being like seeing who plays the best and who we want to keep. And there's a lot of free agents coming up into the year that they're probably gonna just lose. That being said, I think what I'm most upset about is the Kobe White trade and the Ayo trade.
Ayo's been doing good with the
Ayo, I'm mad that they traded Ayo and Julian Phillips to the Wolves for Rob Dillingham and like 2 second-round picks, because I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
also want to say this: the players we got are actually pretty good. I
Yeah.
don't think no one can play defense.
Nope.
We are on a 6-game losing streak ever since we made the trades at the deadline.
Yes. I just don't understand the Ayo trade. He was still young. I know you're gonna have to pay him, but he was worth the money in my opinion. He's a hometown kid, and you get rid of him for 2 second-round picks and Rob Dillingham. Don't get me wrong, Rob played well in the Celtics game, but he's still a defensive liability. He's small. Ayo is a much better defender, and I'm just super upset we got rid of Ayo. Kobe White, I kind of understand. He was having an off year, but that being said, it was, I think, because of injuries. People forget, but just a year ago, he won March Player of the Month. Yes, it was March, but like that's still Player of the Month. And just to see him get hauled away, and we just bring in other guards that are probably gonna do what he did at worst. Maybe Anthony Simons is a better 3-point shooter. I think so though. But still, like you already had Kobe White. Why did you trade him away? He's been here for so long. It's just, I don't know.
Honestly, it's one of those things. This is either going to surprisingly work out really well, or this is
Hopefully.
going to backfire.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a tank on. At this point,
Yeah.
just let's tank. Let's get a good pick, even though we never actually get a good pick, and just see what we could do with that.
As a diehard fan, I'll ride whatever we do, whenever we do it.
Yeah.
And so, do you think this is the end of the play-in Bulls though? For now,
I think it is. Hornets came in took our spot. And honestly, I don't want them to be in the plan. I don't. I would much rather them lose consistently and get a good pick than consistently pulling into the plane just to get like annihilated by the Heat every year. Like, come on, like it's fine.
This is what I'm saying too. Like, this team needs to embrace a tank for like no matter how long that tank allows for, and I'm all down for it.
They have to be patient. When we had that new front office in the first couple of years, they were excited. They wanted to make big moves. They made big splashes. They brought in Lonzo, Caruso, Vucevic. A lot of stuff that maybe could have panned out if they stayed healthy. There's a lot of ifs, but at the end of the day, it just didn't work. And it makes sense too when you look at it back. Even then, when we were in the first in the East, people forget that like we were first in the East because we played a lot of bad teams, and a lot of the good teams, the above 500 teams, we lost to. We didn't beat. I think we beat one 500 team in that like first half of the season. So either way, we wouldn't have like made. And at the end of the day, the goal is to win a championship. You were not going to win a championship with that roster in 2021, 22. Even if we were first in the East, we weren't. It was just a matter of time before we fell back down. And that's at the end of the day, that's just how things go.
How long do you think it's going to take for them to get back?
Honestly,
like,
I don't know.
Not even contending, but just being
I have no
good
clue.
to being in the playoffs.
I mean, I hope they're patient. I want them to take their time. I'm okay with them spending the next 2 or 3 years like rebuilding and maybe being something in like maybe 4 years time. But that's a lot of ifs. I don't trust this front office, to be honest. They can't make trades apparently. The free agent, like we're
Ifs and whens.
We're one of the biggest cities in the nation, and we hardly ever make big splashes in free agency. That shouldn't be a thing. Like people, I mean, I get it. Chicago's weather is definitely not as appealing as like LA's or whatnot, but still, you should be able to get something going in the free agency instead of our big signings being like, instead of just doing nothing over time. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm okay as long as they take their time this time and they don't just try to make reckless, trades and anything like that in the free agency. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it pans out.
I'll say this too. I know the media was going after AK.
Oh
on that press conference. That was funny.
Rightfully so, though. Honestly. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. See you all in the next one.